Hi friends, once again we are coming with the class of 7 social studies, landmark textbook, and history part, lesson 2, a new kingdom, and part 5. Okay, part 1, 2, 3, 4 we completed. There are some topic also we completed with the last 4 episodes. Today we have to deal with new topics are there. First topic we are dealing with the army, and second topic we are going to deal with the social life. Okay, these are the two topics we are going to discuss by today. We are going to learn from these two topics from today, and the army. And we learned the administration of the during this period about the king. Okay, and which are the maybe the name titles they assumed, and how they divided the ministers in different capacities, and for getting the information, otherwise advice from the different parts of the ministers, and how the king administered their own kingdom. These are the information we already got from the topic of the king. Okay, the administration during this period, the king. That topic we discussed by the 4th episode. So today we are going to deal with this army and the second one is the social life. So there are a few information I will give you for the topic of the army. So you know that here mainly we can understand that the Rajput people, okay, mainly the Rajput. Or okay, Kshatriyas. Okay, Rajput people mentioned a strong army. You know that the Rajput people mainly we can understand that they used to maintain a very good army, a strong army, and this king army, and he also depend upon the feudal trees. That also we are getting the information. The feudal trees that I already explained by the last classes. The feudal lords are there, and the king or used to get maybe the military help from the feudal people. That also we understand, maybe the last topic. So the king army and also depend upon the feudal rate, because the kings if somebody need a more army, okay, that time they are depending upon the feudal people, because the feudal lord also under the control of the king. That purpose only, even the feudal people, they have their own army, their own cavalries are there, chariots are there, elephant armies are there. All the armies also, whenever the king need, so they are able to ask to the feudal people, and the feudal people they are able to help the king. So that was the situation those days. So we can understand that always the king, even the Rajput people, they maintained a very good strong army. At the same time, sometimes they are depending upon the feudal people also for the military help. So the king's army and also depend upon the feudal army. And the important parts of the army are, we got the infantry. Okay, the important for the armies we can understand that that's the infantry. And cavalry. And third one, elephant. And the fourth one, chariot. Okay, and for the army purpose we can understand that the Rajput people, they used to maintain a very good army. At the same time, they need more soldiers or more help, military help. That purpose they are going for the feudal people, and the feudal lords also helping the king for the for helping among their own military, others the fight with individual, others conflict between any other kings. Okay, so they used to get maybe the military help from the maybe feudal lords. And you know, these are the maybe infantry was there, and cavalry was there, elephant was there, but the chariot was there. These are the 4 different factors are there for the army. The people, the kings, they used to use even the cavalry, infantry, elephant, and with the chariot. Okay, that you know, early time, these are the Mughal time, these are the period, you know, that nowadays we have different type of new weapons are there. These are the weapons are not available in those days. Okay, so that purpose maybe these are things they used for the fighting, the conflict and fighting in between maybe the Mughals. That was the situation those days. So for the army we can understand that maybe the Rajput, they used to maintain very good maybe army and a strong army. Sometime if they in need of help, that time they are able to maybe ask the help from the feudal lords. And the infantry was there, cavalry was there, elephant was there, chariot. These are the maybe factors also there for fighting purpose. Maybe the kings were used. Now these are the information about the army. And that the kings they were using these are the different factors for the army purpose. Now that you have to go for the information of the social life. Okay, and the second topic, the social life. Here we can understand that the caste system was the base of the social life of Rajput. Okay, and Rajput was always maintaining very good army. And the caste system was the base of the social life of Rajput. Okay, the caste system was there. Okay. And for the social life, we can understand that in the base of the caste system, they used to live there. And we can understand that the Rajput were the Kshatriyas and performed the duties of the warriors. Okay. So the Rajput people they are the Kshatriyas. Okay. I already mentioned here. Rajput they are the Kshatriyas. And that for the social life, there we can see that maybe the caste system was followed by the people, even the Rajput also. So these people are called Kshatriyas, and mainly they performed the duties of the warriors. Okay, their main performance just like the warriors. Okay, they are very good warriors. They are very good in fighting and everything. So they are main performing things are as the warriors, the Kshatriyas. Others the Rajput. They are maintaining the social life. That there we can see that caste system was practiced by these people on those days. Now, along with the Brahmanas, that's priestly people, enjoyed the highest status in the society. That the Brahmana, the priestly section, they are the priests, even the pujas, everything they used to do. Even the temples, there's a Brahmana, there's a priestly system. They are the highest, maybe, highest caste. At the same time, even the Rajput also just enjoyed the highest in between the Brahmanas. Okay, Brahmanas. Along with the Brahmana, the priest enjoyed the highest status in the society. Even Rajput also, they enjoyed the highest status in the society. Even the Brahmin people, they have the highest status in the society. At the same time, caste is also there, but this Rajput people, others are Kshatriya, others are warriors people, these people also enjoy the highest states in between even the Brahmanas in their own society. So, okay, the Vaishyas are there, the merchants are the traders. That time the merchants are Vaishyas are there. There are merchants and traders. Okay, merchant and traders, Vaishyas people, they are mainly doing the business and everything. They are merchants. Okay, you understand about the meaning of the merchants, and the trade. You understand these two different terms. The Vaishyas mainly belongs to the trade and the mercenary. And the Brahmins mainly they deal with the pujas and everything, but the higher caste. At the same time, they also enjoy the highest status in the society. At the same time, even the Rajput also enjoyed the same status in the society with the Brahmin. Okay, that is the information we are getting with this part. Now, they also played the great role in the society for the administration. Okay, and this Vaishyas also mainly that helped a lot for the administration. Of city. Okay, these people actually their main works the merchants and mercenary or traders, and administrators also for the city sometimes they used to help and helped by the Vaishyas. Now this time the city of caste system was quite rigid, mentioned by the historian Al-Barani in Tahqiq Hind. One of the historians name here mentioned that his name is Al-Barani. One of the historian in Tahqiq one of the historian, his name is Al-Biruni, because maybe the 6th class also we learned something about the Biruni, Al-Biruni, one of the historian. And you know that he given the information about this system, the caste system, the social life of the Rajput people, of the Kshatriyas people, and he wrote in Takik in Hind. Okay, from here we are getting the information about this maybe the social life of the Rajput people. Okay, written by the one of the historian. His name is Al-Biruni, and he wrote the information in Takik I Hind. Okay, Takik I Hind, we are getting information about the social life of the Rajput people, otherwise the Kshatriyas people. So here we are getting more information that the position of the women were declined during this period. You know that this time, and according to the historian, he was given the information that the woman, about the woman, the position of the woman were declined during this period. You know that no more priority for the women. You know that there was a time even in India. You know that there was no priority for the women, even for the votes. Okay, no priority. Even the women are unable to talk with the other people. Even somebody is coming to as a guest in their own home. Women are being inside of their own home. They are never to come in front of their house, in front of the people, in front of the guest. Okay, because they are completely avoided. There is no priority for the women. Okay, in those days, according to the information of the Al-Biruni. And now here we can understand that sati and child marriage were practiced. Okay, this time you know that Raja Ram Mohan Roy. You might have learned about the Raja Ram Mohan Roy. You know that he also fought against that so many, and because of that, the sati and child marriage already changed. Okay, and he overthrown. You know that because those people they worked against that, and you know that this is the time we can understand that sati was there. You know what is the meaning of the sati? If you know that those days, even the people they used to marry, and even the men having aged, and also maybe the female, otherwise the bride may be very younger than this bridegroom. You know that maybe within a few years, maybe the bridegroom may die, and if it is any disease, something happen, bride may die, bridegroom may die, and bride should get into the fire. Okay, and automatically they will put into the fire, and he must be killed. Okay, by the society. That's the situation of the sati. So this sati and child marriage was one of the practice of those days. Okay, sati, you understand the meaning, and you already explained earlier also. And the child marriage, that also you understand that you know that nowadays government for the boy, otherwise the youngster maybe for the boys 21, and for the female, otherwise the girl. Also for the bride, at least 18. That's the rules and regulations of our India. On those days, maybe the child marriage may be 8 years, 9 years, 7 years. That time also, maybe according to their own culture and custom, they are allowed and they practice the child marriage also. Okay? Even the children are not mature enough, even for the marriage. They never knows about the marriage and everything, and maybe the life of the togetherness. This never know these children, but because of their culture and all the people, they have to follow even the child marriage and also the sati and everything. So this evil practice also practiced by on those days. Okay, because we are getting information about the Al-Biruni, the Takik I Hind was giving the clear picture, clear information about the sati and child marriage. And you know that women have no position in the society, and even for wars, even for any other things. Okay, they are not able to come to the front to the people because they are just neglected every area of their life. Okay, that was the information Al-Biruni is given to us. Now, the polygamy was one of the, common. Okay, that time the polygamy, you know that more than one wife. Okay, that's the polygamy. That time so many people are there, even those people, according to their own culture, there's no more problem because they are giving the license for the polygamy, and because of that, more than one wife. There are some religion, they are giving the freedom for the polygamy. You know that even there are some religion they are giving. Maybe around the religious practices, there is no more for the polygamy. You know what? Also, even the Hinduism, even the Christianity, these are the religions are not giving maybe the license for the polygamy. And but there are some religions still in even in India, abroad of India, they are giving the license for the polygamy. So those days we understand that polygamy was one of the practice. And you know, sati, and also the child marriage, and then you know that the women's role states in the society. These are the information we are getting from the Thakit Aihin, written by the Paul Baroni, one of the historian. So these are the social mainly life of the people in those days. Okay. So about the Rajput, you know that they are mainly, we can say, that Kshatriyas, and rarely they are performing the warriors as warriors. They have very good power, willpower for the fighting each other. That usually Kshatriya, they are mainly performing warriors. Casteism also practiced those days. Brahmins was, you know, the priestlyhood, and you know, Vaishyas, that merchants and the traders are there. You know that this time these are the different kinds of maybe sati, child marriage, polygamy, and about the women's status. We are able to get the information from the Thakit Aihin and written by Baroni, one of the historian. So these are the maybe the social life about the Rajput people. Okay, so information which is already added in our test book. So there are so many things are extra is there, but that is not mentioned in your test book. That purpose I don't want to explain all those things. And you are going to the higher class, you will get more information about the social life of these people. So I hope that you understand about this army and the social life. Army I already explained. Okay, you know, different army. Infantry was there, cavalry was there, elephant was there, chariot was there. These are the for the army setup. Even the kings they already had. Even the other people also they already had. Even the feudal people also already had. And you know that sometimes the kings need more people, more warriors, okay, more facilities for fighting with any other people. So they are depending upon the feudal lord also. That we already got the information. And the social life, I explained already, castes were practiced, and also sati, child marriage, polygamy. These are the evil practices practiced by those people on those days. That's the information we are getting in the social life. I hope that you understand about this social life and this the army. So we are going to I'm going to conclude my class by today, and I will explain the rest of the topic by next episode. Okay. Till then, bye. God bless you all.